Hey everyone, welcome to RevTrev. Well, actually, not RevTrev. Well, I am RevTrev. Welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to be talking, as this is very bright, we're going to be talking tonight about around the NHL. We're going to talk, there's no Canucks game tonight, so why not talk about what's happening in the league? There's a number of people already here. I want to give big shout outs to Callum, and you killed it on Canuck Clay the other day, Rev. Thanks so much. I thought I was a little too bold, but I love being on Clay's stuff, and I love having it on mine. And just a shout out to you and to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, all the Canadians out there. Let's go. Coach Rob Willie's in the building. Let's go. Thank you so much for the compliment on the new intro. Just launched it. Realized when I launched it last, there was a couple edits I had made, and I threw it on for this one. And hey, Carol, welcome. It's good to have you here. Yes, we're having a Kempner Canucks rave. Oh my goodness. And of course, he's in the house. He's in the house. He's in the house. But yeah, that's craziness. That's absolutely craziness. But yeah, let's dive into what's going on around the NHL. Now, before we start, just a couple reminders. One is I'm planning on Wednesday night to be doing a members only stream. So if you haven't signed up or you let your membership kind of pass by the side, make sure you go on YouTube and hit the members only portion. That would be great. Yeah, so it's going to, I don't know, good way to connect. We're going to be talking about the channel. We're going to be talking about you. We're talking about anything you want to talk about. We're also going to be talking about the season and the Canucks and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to talk about. That's going to be Wednesday night. Also, if you haven't taken a moment to hit the like or subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. But we're going to be diving into a whole bunch of stuff this evening. And I guess I should have posted this on Twitter, right? Like letting everyone know that I'm going to be talking about, let's talk about what's happening in the league. So post in the comments what you want to really discuss. What are some of the surprising and shocking moments here for the NHL, around the NHL? That would be really, really fantastic. I'd really appreciate that because I want to hear from you. And that is not all about me and my opinion, but I love hearing from you. In fact, what I've learned by doing this, and I've known this about myself, is that I really value connection and conversation. And so I love hearing from you. So why don't you take a moment to post what you think have been surprising in here? And and thanks so much, Carol, for doing like the encouragement on Clay's 24-hour live stream. I just can't believe that he does that. It's just so many hours. I couldn't do it. He's amazing at being able to pull that off. So, but we do want to let you know, do want to talk tonight about what's happening around the NHL. And really, there have been a number of really surprising starts. And that thing is right here. I'm going to bring this up. So we're talking about around the NHL, the Pacific Division. Does it rain? Because it has been quite a surprise how the NHL has been going on there. So I want to just, first and foremost, can we just talk about the Calgary Flames? 3 games, 3 wins, scoring a ton of goals. It's absolutely bonkers what they've been up to. And so I'll bring this up so you guys can see this. Let's just talk about the Western Conference for a moment, and let me just go conferences, and we'll go Western Conference first. So let's bring this up and we'll go from there. Hope that you're doing well. So glad. So much to be thankful for in our lives, family, friends, faith, for this channel, being able to connect with you. There's a lot to be thankful for. So just a reminder, Thanksgiving, being grateful, being thankful, it's a choice. It's not always easy. You have to choose to be thankful. It's very easy to be negative in life. It's so easy to point out the problems, the issues. It's hard to point out the solutions and to stay positive. And so part of that staying positive is just being thankful for little things, right? I'll just do a little life lesson here. For example, say you hate your car, okay? Can't stand your truck, your car, your van, whatever it is. I encourage you, just take a moment to wash it, to vacuum it out. It's amazing once you've washed it, vacuumed it out, kind of did a little bit of the touch-up stuff, how much better you feel about your car. And really, it takes effort. It's just like that when it comes to Thanksgiving, thankfulness. Sometimes you just have to stop and just say, hey, what am I thankful for? Maybe life isn't going the way you wanted. Maybe there's some things that are really disappointing, but you got to make a choice. Make a choice to be grateful and thankful, and start with the little things and the big things. And just remember, not everything's awful in everyone's lives. There's things we can talk about. So let's talk about those things. Oh, I didn't realize I put that up while I was talking. I thought I was having this nice moment, but I was just here on the corner. All right. Some of you are like, Rev, come on, just get to the hockey content. Okay. So let's just look here. What shocks me is that the Flames, the Jets, the Stars, and the Vegas Golden Knights are all 3-0. Now, Vegas doesn't really surprise me, but look at their goals for, guys. 15, only 8 against. Look at Dallas. Only 9 goals for, 3 goals against in 3 games. Wow. That is impressive. By the way, just a side note before we dive into more, you know how I've been doing my where do I have it here? I don't have it up here. The power rankings. I'm telling you right now, this first month when I do the power rankings, it is going to be the most chaos from my original list. I'm going to rank teams up and lower teams right away, and just by their first month's performance. And if they are terrible, I'm dropping them like a rock. And if they're good, I'm bumping them up. So right now you kind of know where that stands at the moment, but there's a lot of games to be played this month. And I think a lot of it will balance itself out. So just a reminder about that. So when we look at the Pacific Division, especially, and I mean, look how good the Pacific Division is. It is absolutely insane how good the Pacific Division is. And if we just go to like divisions, okay. Well, I guess it's just 2 teams that are really good. Maybe it doesn't rain. Maybe it's the Central Division that rains. Look at how many wins already. The Utah Hockey Club has 3 wins and 1 loss. Are you kidding me right now? That as we look around, and if you go to Utah, like those jerseys are slick. I just cannot stand that they don't have a name yet. That just drives me bonkers, absolutely bonkers. But here they are. They lost to New Jersey Before that, they had won 3 in a row. 3 in a row. They'd beaten Chicago, they'd beaten the Islanders, and they beat the New York Rangers, which was huge. And 2 of those were finals in OT, so that would have made it really exciting. The problem is they weren't in Utah during those games, so it'll be interesting to see. But their very first game, they beat Chicago. Maybe they're the real deal, everyone. That's the case there. So interesting stuff when it comes to that hockey club. But like St. Louis is been solid. Minnesota has played 3 games, only got 1 win. Chicago is 1-1 after 3 games. Nashville hasn't won. Colorado hasn't won. That's a little. Don't you think that's a little crazy? But if you go here, the Golden Knights and the Calgary Flames, this is the biggest story in the first 3 games. The amount of goals, 16 goals, everyone, 16 goals. I believe that leads the NHL. No, it doesn't. New Jersey has 17, but they played 1 more game. So the Calgary Flames, due to games, have the most goals in the season. And what's weird is the Edmonton Oilers are 0-3. Now, I thought Vancouver has had a bad start because we've gotten 2 overtime losses in our 2 games. But you guys, the Oilers are getting outscored in those 3 games, 3-15. Stop for a moment and just think about that. You know, the kings of that, they think in their own mind that they're the kings of the NHL and all the rest of us are just a bunch of peasants. You've scored 3 goals. Oilers, let's just be honest. And I know everyone's going to say, you know what? They had a bad start last year. It wasn't this bad. The Oilers are absolutely sucking. They're terrible. They're awful. 3 goals in 3 games and 15 goals against. This team is a joke at this moment. Do I think they're going to stay that way? Absolutely not. But right now we can just say that they've been terrible because they have been. They are awful. There's no candy coating this awful start. And why do they continually have awful starts? I don't know. With all that talent, they should be better. They should be better. So those are some of the things that I've just pointed out when it comes to that. Okay, I'm going to dive into some comments here. So you got to go on YouTube, and there's a little. I'll send you a screenshot. I'll send you a screenshot on how it looks, bro. And it's the little icon that says membership, or there might be a little symbol on the bottom that says has a $sign, and that's how you become a member. That's how you do it. So it's there's a $4.99 and a $14.99 one, and so your choice. Will the Jets win the cup this year? I mean, the way they've started, they look really good, don't they? Mr. Henderson, they look really good, and I thought they were going to be good. I think I'd rank them 11th, if my memory serves me correctly. I'm not sure. So tell him when you go push the like button, there's a join button you can push, and that you join, and you have to use your credit card. Yeah. I've learned that the Oilers stink, man. So Personalize is here as well, not only here on YouTube, but he's here on Facebook. Pop quiz: how many teams are currently active in the NHL? And number 2, who is the last player to score 50 goals in the NHL in a season? Well, answer number 2 is the last active player. Last player to score 50 goals in NHL in a season. Well, Hyman scored 50 last year. Matthew scored 69. So, and then there was 2 players that had 100 assist seasons. That was Kucherov and McDavid. So, yeah. How many teams are currently active in the NHL? 32. I don't know. Are you asking everyone else or me? You should try a 25 hour stream. No, thanks. No thanks. I did 3 hours. I did 3 hours. It was insane. But if you have guests on, it makes time fly by. I think I could do like a 6 one time, but 3 is a lot still. Yeah. So, but yes, I know. Yeah, then Clay would do 26 hour. I'm not in competition with Clay. I'm supporting him. Your 2025 Cup or bust Calgary Flames, Michael, right? Bedard would be much happier in Vancouver. I agree. If Katy Perry can do a 72-hour live stream, then Trev can do a 25. Okay. They really settled on Hockey Club for a name. Wow. No, they didn't settle. Well, okay, yes, they did settle on it, but that's not what their name's going to be next season. I just don't think there's any excuse why you can't have a logo and a name with all the prep time that they had. Like literally had time to roll everything out. And but I don't know all the behind the scenes, so I got to be careful. Calgary Flames are lucky they got horseshoes, right? Stuart is in the building. Good to see you, Stuart. Welcome. Go Canucks, go. Go Esquimalt. I can't stand my Cadillac. It should be better. What is that? What does that mean? Oh, I can't stand my Cadillac. It should be better, right? Well, wash it. Do that kind of stuff. So Michael says, I'm thankful not to be living in Edmonton. Personalized lives in Edmonton. The fall is super beautiful here. That's true, especially tonight with full moon. The snow is coming, though. That's why he's saying, I love being near the ocean as well. I know Personalized used to live by the ocean. Thank you so much. Hellebuck, 3 games played, 2 goals against. That's insane. Power rankings. Hope it's not based on wins, goals for, and goals against alone, but on players and their personal points, what teams are excited. No, it actually doesn't have anything to do with players' personal points. It all has to do by teams. So goaltending, players, all that combined, but it's who they've beaten and what their ranks are, what their goals for, goals against are. So yeah, who you've played, what your record is, it affects definitely whether you go up or go down. So no, I'm going to do every month. So enjoy. Holy Magic Underpants, Utah Hockey Club. I know. No, we must immediately jump to absolutely. Why not? Let's have some fun. And if you haven't, speaking of fun, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, I love making passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content. Hit the like and subscribe, anyone. We appreciate your support. You're looking forward to a WWE Power pay-per-view event in Vancouver in November. Yeah, I don't follow it anymore. I watched the Vince McMahon series. Thought that was really good. Really interesting. Oilers got spanked in the preseason too. That's true. Some Oiler fans I know were ragging on the Canucks for losing to the Flames, only to lose to them a few days later. Right, Van Alley? I love it. Oilers were an older team that got even older. That's true, but I thought they got better, so we'll see. Oilers Stanley Cup hangover. Yeah, I don't know, man. Stanley Cup Game 7 hangover, definitely. Okay, everyone's thinking that. That's fine. Rome says, I still think the Oilers will struggle all season. Really? I just don't see that happening, but that's you're entitled to your opinion. Go ahead. I think the sad thing is that the Oilers' problems would happen regardless of if Skinner was a decent goalie or not. Really? I mean, if it was Hellebuck, man, I don't think they'd lose the cup. I think they win, but they don't have them, so Oilers lack any defense, and they have not had their forwards come back and assist in the defensive zone. I know it's been brutal, absolutely brutal. Last player was Hyman. He scored 50-plus goals at the 81-game mark. Cool. Hey, Mr. Fuji, welcome. Good to see you. Let's go Kemp and the Canucks. Kempner's Canucks and the real Canucks. Yep, 32 active teams. Got that as well. Hyman had his career year. He will regress. Man, he might. I know, Callum, you're a huge Sherwood fan, but and yes, I nailed the McDavid and Kucherov thing. That's cool. Okay. What's the Fuji? What's the Fuji? What do you think the game is going to be November 12th when you go with Clay? Think Calgary's going to lose that one? So did Mr. Fuji win it? Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, I do know that he did. I don't know what game me and Clay are going to, but it's not Calgary. Someone else won 2 tickets to that. Okay. Yeah, congrats on winning some tickets. I think it's Disrespectful Jr. who won it. It's a known fact that Utah could not select a team name due to another owner holding rights and trademarks to names in Utah and must give permission to other sports teams first. The Utah Jazz. Listen, he owns the Utah Jazz, so I don't understand how that works. Okay, let's go back into some things that are surprising about the NHL. Going around the league, and then we'll get back into your comments because you guys want to talk about the Canucks and want to talk about Utah, which is great. But let's go look at the Eastern Conference, and probably like what do you do with these things like the Hurricanes, the Tampa Bay Lightning, with all the postponed games and stuff like that. You know, Washington's only got 1 game so far as well. You know, Tampa's got 1 game, 1 win. Same with Carolina. Same with Carolina lost theirs. So did the Capitals. But the Devils are on fire, right? Hey, no pun intended, but there was a pun there for sure. 4-1, goals for 17-9. That's an excellent start, everyone. Excellent start. The Rangers are solid at 2-0-1. Again, firepower again, +8. Look at these +8s, guys. That's what we're talking about. The next team is the Pittsburgh Penguins that just beat the Montreal Canadiens tonight. And I believe they scored 6 goals this evening, and they're still a -2. That's how bad of a start they've had. But meanwhile, they're 3rd place. Columbus Blue Jackets are just 1-1. But Boston, I've watched a couple of the Boston games. Actually, and they're kind of hit and miss. I'm kind of surprised. Florida has just had a 2-2 start as well. Montreal's had a 2-2 start. It's kind of a log jam there. But I think Tampa Bay's going to have another smoking awesome year. And then the Senators have had a good start. So, but look at the goals for, goals against. There's a lot of just like mediocrity there, just like hoping that and it's a league of parity, right? So Toronto only has 8 goals for and 5 against. Like, what's with the defensive effort and the offensive decline? That is crazy. So I thought that Edmonton was bad. Well, they are. San Jose, without Celebrini, only has 4 goals. He only had played 1 game. So you got the Predators and the Edmonton Oilers that are the lowest scoring teams with the Washington Capitals. Washington only played 1 game, so I'll give them a pass. Nashville only played 2 games. I'll give them a bit of a pass there. This is craziness around the NHL, everyone. I have the Florida Panthers as the number 1 team until they get dethroned, but well, actually, I'll switch it up if they struggle during the season. So, all right. Oh, that's nice. He's going to give you a few options to pick. That's cool. Hopefully Buffalo, San Jose, or Blackhawks. That would be... He'd probably give you Buffalo. The Blackhawks would be epic. I don't think he'll give you that, but... Yeah, that's going to be the big... He'll sell those tickets, but maybe not. Maybe that's the game he'll want to go to. Yeah, Boob. Oilers have stunk so far. Like, I know that one problem with Utah was that most of the names they thought of were incredibly unoriginal, which was probably the problem more than anything. Really? I have not heard the latest on Thatcher Demko. The latest that I've heard is that Tyler Myers is skating, which is wild. Can't believe that he's already done that. So, which pumpkin patch did he go to? Had a great skate today and felt no tension in the knee. That's great news, right? Rome's going to be the negative Nelly here. Will re-injure himself in a month coming back. He's kind of fragile. Yeah, he'll probably be back in November. That should be nice because if it's January, I'll be off us. Awful. What do you mean the office? Sorry, my bad. Players fighting in practice, good or bad? Well, it depends. I don't think it's always good. I do like the compete level, but I don't think it's always good to have big tension on the ice. Keith Primo and was it Eric Lindros fought back in the day? Maybe that was good. I'm not sure, but so yeah, Montreal can use Demidov coaching method and play him. Yeah, 6 minutes of games is key. That's the last 6 minutes of the game or the very 6 minutes of the game. Cannot do it in mid game or you'll mess up the other goaltender. Celebrini, Dahlin, or Bedard, nice. I think you want to go see Celebrini, but hopefully he's playing. I hope so, personalized. That way we can get him and PD hot, and then a week before the trade deadline, pick up Boldy. Let's go. Andre Fleury for Demko and PD. Wow. I don't know if I'd like that deal. Save a boatload of money. True. And then go get a top 2D from another team before the deadline. Maybe. Yeah, it might be his retirement year. Actually, Rome, that's a great thing. I have a buddy who is a huge Colorado fan. Let's just quickly go there. Colorado has just been terrible. 0-2, not like Vancouver's even got it. Their next game, so they're losing to Colorado too. So they're 0-3, right? If that's correct. Yeah. So they lost to Vegas 8-4. They lost to Columbus, everyone. Think about that, 6-4. And now they're losing to the Rangers 4-1. I'm telling you right now, Georgiev is not the answer. And who's in net for them right now? Let's go to box score. Let's go to Avalanche. Georgiev. I'm telling you guys, he is. Remember personalized when I told you I picked him up in fantasy and I didn't want to, but that we were the guys were going dropping like a rock. And you're like, what? He's a good goaltender. He is not a great goaltender. He lets in way too many goals. His goals against is one of the worst in the entire NHL, if not the worst already. So just a heads up. Yeah, so Colorado, they look terrible, everyone. I mean, they're not Edmonton terrible. They're like, well, maybe they are because they're gonna have 9 goals. Yeah, 9 goals for, and they're gonna have 18 goals against. Man, that's pretty bad. They have way more goals for, but wow. Has 3 forwards hurting and injuries or drug rehab program. Yep, that's true. But that's what they were like last year. They were totally fine last year. Georgiev is definitely more than rusty, dude. I'm telling you, he just lets maybe the goalie coach. Okay. I'll be with you there. I remember that about fantasy. I have him in mind. I picked him because of his win count, not his goals. Well, who cares about the wins? You need the goals against and the saves. But anyways. Be patient with Petey. Mike, hey, good to see you, by the way. It's been a while. It's been a minute. McDavid has 2 assists, -5. Dreisaitl's 1 goal, -4. Even the best players have rough patches. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, Mike, protecting Petey. Just a heads up on that. I'm not going to. If he's terrible, he's terrible, right? If he's great, he's great. I'm gonna give him his due when he's good, and I'm not going to protect him when he's bad. This is not just like, oh, it's been 2 games, everyone stay off his back. He did not have a good playoffs, so that's what was it, 12 games, 13 games, whatever it was, and then he had about 30 games, 20 to 30 games in end of regular season last year that was not good. So I'm not giving him a pass. He's getting 11.6 now, and I have no problem you getting paid. You just got to produce. You just got to produce. So, yeah, so it's Georgiev tonight. I agree he's not getting it done. Az will pull out his tailspin despite Georgiev. I think they're going to go to the, like what he's saying, they're going to the rookie there, or the young goalie. So I just saw the highlight of McKinnon hit on Rom. Oh, wow. That was a chef's kiss hit if there was ever one. I didn't see it yet, so I'll have to go check it out. Now for Faber. Faber, Fleury, and Boldy deadline for Demko and Petey. You'd pull the trigger. It might be worth it just for the money-wise, but I don't know. We'll see. By then, we'll know whether Pedersen's like just a one-hit wonder or what. Yeah, people want patience with Petey, but it's not like he's a rookie, guys. And be patient now. That's funny. My patience is gone with Petey, guys. I'm just saying, got to produce. Went and got you two new line mates. They paid you big money. You've got to produce. I'm sorry, but that's just a fact. Can't wait for the Oilers to lose to Philly tomorrow. Wouldn't that be nice? Lots of frustration behind that McKinnon hit. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that. Ottawa beat the Kings 8-7 today. That is wild. And I have Kopitar in my hockey pool, so I was pumped because I think he ended up getting like 3 assists. So, how's your sunburn? You look not so red. Hope you feel. I have not felt bad at all yet. Like there was no, like the sunburn that I got from the California sun, being on the cruise and being on the beach. I'm totally fine. I was at SeaWorld as well. Had a blast there. So it was a good time. It was a really good time. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, no pain at all. No pain at all. But it was really good. It was really good. I evaluate DeBrusque twice as much as people currently do if paired with Miller. And yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Curtis Richardson, welcome. Nice to catch up with you on a live. Yeah, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. It's way better when we have the conversation. I know you can watch it later, and there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, just a heads up, people always say, well, I don't want to watch an hour-long live stream. You don't have to. I usually do all my talk about the content at the beginning, and then I dive into what everyone else wants to talk about in the comments and all that kind of stuff. So usually the first 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes is me talking about the game, whatever, kind of my thoughts, and then I dive into the conversation because I just love it. But Kurt, good to have you here. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, it's been a fun time. So yeah, glad to have people here. It just makes the video so much better. It's been really, really incredible. So yeah, so these things. Any other things you guys want to talk about? We've talked about Colorado tonight. We've talked about Vegas, who are 3-0. The Jets, the Flames, the Oilers that are 0-3. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, when are these postponed games going to be being played? Do the Canucks? Let's talk about a little bit about the Canucks game tomorrow night. So, and it's on the road. So, is it even going to happen? Like, what's the probability tonight about that happening? Everyone, that's what I want to know. I want to know if they're going to pull it out. They're going to pull it out. So, let's go to Kempner Canucks. My league, year 20. You can edit your league roster changes by following steps. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, so Kopitar got me that. Let's go to tomorrow. And what does it say for the Canucks game? Looks like it's going to be happening. So I got Pedersen and Miller on my team. And Georgiev just destroyed me again. He is so bad. He is so bad. I'm thinking about dropping them, guys, in my fantasy team. Just saying. Okay, let's talk about Canucks versus let's talk about Canucks versus Tampa Bay Lightning. Oops, I don't want to go to tickets. I want to go to Game Center. And let's bring it up. Let's talk about tomorrow. All right. So here we are. Players to watch. Besser has 2 points. Kucherov already has 4, which is insane. He had 144 points last year. He's leading his. How can he have 3 goals? Oh, and I thought he had 3 assists. So he has 3 goals and an assist. Lankinen, look at that, guys. 1.85 goals against. Shilov's just like, who do we start tomorrow? I think they're going to go with Lankinen. I don't know how you can't go with Lankinen, honestly. I love Shilov, so I'd rather him in that. Vasilevsky is so good. Look at that. 1 goal against, and that's his only game. So, man, they scored a bunch of goals, eh? If we go to goals, Kucherov had a hat trick. Oh, so they scored four goals. It's not bad. Vancouver compete. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's hard to do this. Like, they're 100% on the. This doesn't matter. They've only played 1 game. It's not going to give us a good sense. Interesting. I don't know. Do you think the Canucks are going to pull it out? That's what I want to know. Post it in the comments, everyone. What you think about that? Okay, so Personalized thinks that the Rangers are the best team so far. Possibly. It's too early to tell. I think you can say there's an argument if you want to actually argue after first 3 games or less, or 4 games or less, I should say. I don't think I would give the Rangers being the best team. I think you'd have to go with a team, and there's a bunch of them are 3-0. Vegas, Calgary, even though I don't think they're the best team, but let's just argue that for argument's sake. Winnipeg, whoever else is that other team that's 3-0. 3-0. So Dallas is the other one that's 3-0. So that I would give the nod to them, but I think the Rangers are in my top 5. Actually, they're my number 3 to start their power rankings. So I think the Oilers would turn around. I agree. How could they not? Couldn't get any lower. Did anyone attempt to do a deep fried turkey over the weekend? I did not. Have you ever had is it braised turkey? Those are so good. People are now doing that a lot better. So, and reminisce your experience with the Edler retiring. You know what? I thought it was just a really nice. I talked about this in my last video, and that, by the way, a lot of positive comments about my wife coming on and enjoying the thing too. But at the beginning of that video, I did talk about the Edler ceremony. I thought it was nice. I mean, he's a chill guy. He's kind of like the Twins. They don't say too much. They just let their actions go on the ice. He really enjoyed it. He felt like really honored and special. I thought that was cool. I don't know if I would say it was great. Like the Luongo one was way better, but the Edler one was pretty neat, and I was glad to be there. So glad I got there. I almost missed it. So is Myers playing in Tampa Bay? I don't know, Dell. He might be. If he does, that's going to be crazy. He just doesn't miss games. That's the thing. Like everyone criticizes. Oh, by the way, speaking of criticizing Myers, on my channel now, guys, if you're a member, I've put in new emojis. So check out the new emojis. There's a JT Miller one. There's a Grogu one, by the way. Personalized helped me with that one. So big shout out to Personalized on that one. Let me know what you think about the emojis there. That would be really cool. And then I also did one on Pedersen. I put EP40. You type in EP40 or you click on the emojis, you can do that. So if you're a member right now, go try them out. Let me know what you think. And which means I should go to the live and see if I can see it. And I also have to do it. Get the new managing monitors can support your channel. Okay. So yeah, someone posted there. Callum, I'm just in the live chat right now on YouTube. And if you're in YouTube, there's literally a little button here. It's a $, and I think you click on memberships, and it lets you do. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's see if anyone's done it. Okay, he put them all in there. So see the Grogu one, guys. That one's so sweet. My new Kempner Canucks one. Mr. Fuji's put them all in there. The new EP40. What do you guys think? Those are all there's some older ones from there. The Canucks win. Myers one's kind of funny, I thought, because people always get mad at him. But yeah. Grogu emoji, that's a game changer, right? It's pretty nice, I think. I think it's pretty cool. So let's go. Oilers are a terrible team. I saw this coming. Canucks will win the next game 4-2. I like it. Kale, should have kept Lindholm. He's going to get 90 points, I feel like. I don't know. I don't know about that. Because he's a centerman. He might in Boston, but I don't think he was going to get in Vancouver. But maybe you're right. I don't know. Okay, so I got to watch the McKinnon thing. Raymond IP. I was skeptical for the timing of Pedersen's extension, but water floating on the bridge. Water under the bridge, you mean, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's water under the bridge. It's concerning. Yeah, the game tomorrow starts at 4:00. Just going to be honest myself. If you dismiss Petey as a Canuck, I want to see him go by any means necessary. You are not a Canucks fans. You are a sellout. I don't know. I think that's really bold. Personalized, like in all honesty, like I get that you want to support your team and you want to be like, hey, we need to watch these guys. But he's not a rookie here. So I actually have no problem if people are critical of a player who's making top 5 money and not producing that way. He has to do that. They might trade him. He's got a no trade contract because of his age, right? And I believe so. Let me just confirm that. Puckpedia will give me that information. Puckpedia Vancouver Canucks. Let's go. But anyways, the point being is, let's see, where's the no trade clause kicks in? Or the trade clause kicks in? Clauses. Yeah. So this season, he does not have a no movement clause. It kicks in next year. He literally can be traded now. It's just a fact. So I don't think you're a sellout. I don't agree with your statement, but you're entitled to your opinion, and I'm totally okay that you have that opinion. I think it's okay to be frustrated with a player that isn't producing. Yeah, they haven't changed the time yet. 4-3 win, Mike. I love it. Darren, I predict Canucks will be energetic to start the road trip. They'll open the scoring tomorrow, and Miller will have a big game against his ex-team. I love it. Go Canucks, go. Let's go. Stuart thinks we're going to win 4-2. That's awesome. Tampa should spank the Canucks, unfortunately. They might. Kucherov going to start warming up. Secrets out amongst the league that fire anything and anywhere on Shilovs or after the blue line. Well, it's true, but I think it's going to be Lankin in net. Lucky to be 1-1 in the Sunshine States. What is Tampa Bay doing now? They've just been their games have been postponed. So Canucks traditionally don't do well against the Lightning. That said, who knows in this crazy season? That's true. It's true. Very thankful to see Besser playing and not having the end of last season playoffs deter him or be an issue. That's good. That's a good thankful moment for sure. I want Petey to work on those calves and ankles. He can do so much more if he just stay on his feet a little bit more. Yeah, he gets knocked down a lot. 5-4 OT win for the black, blue, and green. Isn't that white, blue, and green? Okay. On paper, 5-2 Tampa win. My heart says 4-3 win in overtime. Yeah, I love it. The best turkey is an air fried turkey. Really? How do you get an air fryer that big? It's got to be a small turkey then. Lightning are playing with deep emotion for their city after tornado. That's true. How much do you think McDavid would get paid for his upcoming extension with the Oilers? I think he's going to make 14, whatever the max is, he's going to get. JSH, good to see you. Sad that Celebrini already injured. I've enjoyed watching him already. Has anyone ever tried smoked turkey? I have not. I have not. I'd love to though. I think Myers is traveling with the team. Someone correct me if I heard that incorrect. He is traveling with the team. Josh, our favorite Sharks fan, welcome to the pond, bud. Yeah, we love having him in here. McDavid will get 20% of cap contract, which I think is max. I think it's 14 or 15 mil. Myers was a participant in practicing in Tampa Bay. Game time decision tomorrow. Grogu emoji. Yep. Myers still listed as injured. Yeah, we've already talked. It's not 13, it's 14, I think, because it's whatever Draisaitl got. But I could be right. Could be wrong. 2.75 AV. Yeah, it's something else. Adam Lee, good to see you. Hit the like button, everyone, or Tyler Myers cross-checks you. Hey, Trev, have you done your predictions of game results for this road trip or month? I'm not doing that this year. I'm not going to do that. Even though I was slaying it last year, I was nailing that. I was like always a game off. Like I couldn't believe how good I was until the very last month. I was off quite a bit. But I am not doing that. I'm doing power rankings instead. So stay tuned. And this next power rankings at the end of this month is going to be insane. So you need a Linden body check through the glass emoji of an Ojek grin emoji. Yeah, but you can't see it. They're really small. So it's hard to, you wouldn't even be able to tell that. You could do the Ojek grin. That would be cool. Personalized, Pullman's already traded. We don't have any LTR issues. Remember that? So just a heads up. 413 points in 409 career games. Doesn't turn 25 until November. PD will be just fine. It's possible. It's possible. That's what everyone's hoping. I think there's just more to the game than just only points. I mean, he's got to take over games, right? Like Kucherov takes over games. McDavid, Draisaitl take over games. Crosby takes over games. Those are the things. Matthews takes over games. Nylander takes over games. People get paid, take over games. Pettersson has to do that. He's not the best player on our roster. That's Quinn Hughes, and he's not even the best forward on our roster right now. That's JT Miller. That's just a fact. I know people get really mad when I say things like that, but it's just truth. It's just truth. JT Miller has outplayed Pettersson in the last 3 seasons, and that's a fact. Second year Pettersson's extension? No, it's his first year of his extension. Or this, it's It's his second extension. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. Oh, sorry to hear that you're not doing good, Adam. Good to see you, though. Welcome. Good to have you here. Yeah, he's turning 26, not 25, right? 3-2 Canucks win. I like it. Coach Rob, I love it. I agree. You're not a sellout. Let's keep it. You're welcome to have your opinion personalized, but be careful on these ones because I don't know if the Canucks has a fighting chance in the playoffs of the season. Drop shot, maybe. I mean, it's too early to tell, right? I don't know how we can even make that statement. First of all, we got to make the playoffs, which I do think we will. And then second of all, I mean, all comes down to goaltending. Adam Lee says Tampa 4, Canucks 2. Angelo says Tampa Bay 6-2. Yeah, Carol, you're very, very loyal. You know that. The contract is done. Cannot do a discount. Nope, you're right. You're right. And I think they overpaid him. That's my personal opinion. But you were wearing a black skate flying bowl of spaghetti jersey, dude. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this. This is my favorite jersey in the NHL. Air fryer at Costco can fit a turkey, whole chicken, roast. It's a large drawer. Oh, interesting. I don't think Canucks has a fighting chance at the playoffs this season. You don't? I mean, again, if there's no Demko, maybe you're right. Yeah, he's got to contribute. Do not smoke turkey with white meat. It's just not good as it is more of a tough, non-chewable meat. We put it in a smoker tin and then goes on a barbecue. Dark meat worked through. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Who did they bring up to replace Myers? I don't think they brought up anyone. They don't have to because Clay enlightened me on this. So Hronek's a right-handed shot defenseman. Julesen's a right-handed shot defenseman. Desharnais a right-handed shot defenseman. And Friedman's a right-handed shot defenseman. So it's not that Desharnais didn't go down. He just stayed up. I smoked turkey in 2004. I was arrested shortly after. Dreamer, good to see you. Branson has looked really good in Abby so far. So let's go Linden Head. Again, you won't be able to see it. It's too small. Pullman traded. Okay. But I think there's a player on LTR for eligible. Or racking my brain around that one. I don't think so. When is Mrs. Kempner coming on? I must have a cameo. Or no, a must-have cameo. Sorry, my bad. I read that wrong. Yeah, I loved having her on. We had a lot of fun together. It's not her favorite. She doesn't like being on because she doesn't feel like she knows what she's talking about when it comes to the Canucks because she doesn't watch it as closely as I do. But that's why I wanted to bring her on because we were at the game and I wanted her to talk about her experience. So I smoked a turkey but didn't inhale. Wasn't going for moist, but okay. Try smoked turkey from Indigenous elders. Very tasty and good for snacking. Oh, that sounds delicious. EP40 doesn't dominate. Not yet. Hope he does. I don't. Pedersen should deserve to be on the Canucks, in my honest opinion, with 25 years in the AHL. Yeah, I know that the Pedersen topic is very, very controversial. Why did Clay do a 24-hour stream? A bit of a head scratcher. Well, the reason he's done it a couple times. He actually gets a lot of people subscribing by doing it, a lot more attention. He's on for longer because he can. He has lots of great guests. He had Dollywall on it. He had Patrick Johnson. He had iMac on it. Who's the lady from Boston? She was excellent there. I was thankful to be on it. So I don't know. There's nothing wrong with him doing it. I couldn't do a 24-hour stream. That would be too much for me. When you smoke the dark meat, you dry it out, and it's much better at the way. Okay, All right. It's the Thanksgiving stream, so let's keep talking about the turkey. Fair, but Petey is learning how to play with tendonitis as well as trying to find chemistry with new line mates. Hard to judge. You're right. You're right. But he just needs to play better, guys, at the end of the day. But Miller is the better forward. There's no forward better than JT Miller right now or last year. He is the best forward we have. Raymond says, never mind. I was answering about when the no trade clause and no movement clause kicks in. Yeah, the second year. The only reason there's not a no movement clause now is because it's about age. You can't give someone a no movement clause until a certain age. I believe that's the reason. It was so awesome. Oh, yeah. I watched it a bit of it. I couldn't watch all of it. There's so many great interviews, including RevTrev. Thanks. I appreciate the love and the support. You're so kind. I didn't refer to white or dark. No idea what's up with this. No, he's right, though. He in the way of the concern about smoking a turkey, but maybe I've never done that. I don't know if he has. So Miller's 31, PD is 25. PD still has room to grow. You're right. You're right. And he also gets paid $3.6 million more than he does. So that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get out there. He did create a lot of revenue, not just on the ads in the stream, but people had donated. Longer stream equals more ads and more income for the vlogger. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons, but he just likes connecting with the community. Really, at the end of the day, it's not, guys. Trust me. I'm monetized, but the amount of money you make pales in comparison for how much time you put in. It really is cents on the dollar. So, or cents on the hour, I should say. EP40 doesn't control games. No idea why he got a huge contract. Love the Canucks. I'm sorry, EP40 is not an upper level player. He might not be. Turkeys must be racist. I wouldn't be surprised to see Vilander make the team next year. Yeah, I would. I could see that. I don't know. It's going to be tough. He might play a year in Abbotsford, but we'll have a top pair and a bunch of seventh defensemen. Yeah, I can see that. RevTrev, what is the Canucks point spread from goals for and goals against? I think it's close. Let me just bring it up here. So, NHL.com. Canucks, actually /Canucks. Actually, I'll just go to standings, and we'll go to Vancouver, which is 7 goals for, 9 goals against. So -2. You know, when you have Vegas and Calgary +7, you've got Winnipeg, Dallas +8, +6. You've got Rangers +8. You've got New Jersey +8. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. So we'll see. He has time. He has time to grow. Bring Mrs. Kempner on when the Canucks hoist the cup in June. Let's go. I love it. It's not healthy. Sure. Maybe start a GoFundMe for Clay. I don't know. Canadiens takes 42% of the funds for themselves and only transfers 58 to the recipient. Did not know that. Yes, EP40 has room to grow. Here's 12 million. Inhale. Oh, Sarah, that's right. She was awesome on the channel. She was awesome. I love her content. I got to follow her more because I want to just hear. I mean, she's a huge DeBrusque fan. I think she knew him personally too. Pedersen would fetch a first-round pick and a top 4 NHL ready right-handed shot defense and knock on wood. He probably would. Clay does rock. I agree. It's true. They can't afford him. Hey, Adam Lee, thank you so much for the membership. You gifted it to someone. I appreciate that. Go Nucks, go. Give them some hype in the chat, everyone. Actually, you already have. Let's go. And then Michael, for me, it's frustration with Pedersen, not anger. I've seen what he's capable of. He just doesn't do it on a consistent basis anymore. Still hopeful he will turn around. I agree. Oh, sweet. Using the Grogu one. I love it. How much money do you make? How much money do I make? Oh, on YouTube? I'm telling you guys, it's very little. Very little. But I just love connecting with you guys. That's what's the most important part. PD is an albatross, our next Horvat. Wow. RevTrev, as soon as I get my credit card situation checks, I will be a member. That's great. And there's no pressure to be a member, but if you'd like to be, by the way, Wednesday night, we're doing a members only stream. I'll set it up and everything. So just a heads up on that, everyone. Do I think Utah makes the playoffs? The answer to that, Forza, is no, but they can prove me wrong for sure. Pick a forward to trade in 2 months for an impact D-man. Go. I don't know. I couldn't even. I strongly urge anyone spending money on YouTube to do it through Google Pay to ensure more protection for your credit card, speaking from experience. Oh, that's a good heads up. I appreciate that. Looking out for our viewers, bro. That's awesome. It would be great if Pedersen was the next Horvat. Horvat was a huge resurgence before he was traded. Yeah. Grow a bigger contract. How do you do through Google Pay? It's just like through Apple Pay. It's the same way. I do things through Apple Pay. Keeps it a little bit more secure, I think. So, Trev, is it true PD hasn't scored 5-on-5 since March 20th? And they had one song the other night. So I don't know if that's true or not. I was living on a prayer by John Bon Jovi. Please don't ever take my comments as hate. I'm 100%. Oh, yeah, for sure, Adam Lee. I know that from you. I will agree. And now any and every purchase is on Google. I also canceled every card, got new ones, and I only put it through Google Pay now. I didn't know that, guys. I didn't know that was a huge thing. I love it how he's using all the new emojis. I love it. I love you're loving Utah. Yeah, they've been a great story so far. Okay, everyone. So just a reminder, Wednesday night, we got the members only stream that's coming in. Then also I've done the new intro video that you saw tonight. Tonight is the edited one that I wanted to launch last week or last stream. I forgot to switch over the video. It was close to the other one, but the one you saw tonight is the best one. And now I have a new outro video that you saw on the last one. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming tonight, everyone. I really appreciate your time, your support, your kind words. I love the conversation that we're having regarding the NHL or around the Vancouver Canucks. And, always just, if you find a Canucks fan, tell them about my stream, tell them about my channel, tell them that I'm on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, which is Twitter, and on Instagram. I'd really appreciate that. But I'm gonna head out now. I'm going to bed, and hope you guys have had a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend. I'm thankful for you, and the new outro video is coming now. Let's remember. Let's continue to cheer on this team. Go Canucks, go. What?